Good morning, precious people. Here we are together. It's another fresh day. I'm so thankful for your irreplaceable light and the wisdom and experience that you bring into the world. Today is a gift filled with possibility. So let's open it with kindness and curiosity. We're all still growing and learning, so grab your nearest drink and let's check in with ourselves. The last couple days, I had something in my head, and last night it bloomed into a huge congestion thing and sneezing. So I have a little bit of something going on. So instead of water, I have some hot tea this morning. This is Tazo, and it is juniper mint honey. It is so good. It just smells amazing. Juniper berries. Kitty. My kitty's meowing for some reason. She doesn't usually do that. They call for you. I read that cats' meows are them actually communicating with humans. Like, they don't meow at each other. They just meow for humans. It's something that they developed to communicate with us. So, sorry, my hair is bugging me. I'm just still so stuffy. But I wanted to talk about something I saw in the news last night. And they had a press conference yesterday, which was February 5th. And it was President Trump unveiling the new website they had, where you can go on the website and it has reduced drug prices. So it's called TrumpRx.gov. That's the website. And you can go on the website, and what they've done is secured most favored nation MFN pricing for these with certain drug manufacturers. Not every drug manufacturer has signed an agreement to give us good pricing, because historically the United States has paid like 10 times the price for the same drug from the same manufacturer than England or Europe, other different countries and nations. Because I guess I think it's our healthcare system contributes to the rise in drug costs, because it's not super transparent what people are paying for these drugs. Everything's like filtered through this insurance filter. Even the cost of your care, you're kind of insulated from, so it can skyrocket. And we're all complaining about our insurance premiums raising. Well, the cost of these drugs that the insurance are eating the cost, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. The United States, which is not something to brag about, but the United States is like the biggest consumer of a lot of these drugs. So you would think we would get a better price. We're the best customer. We get some like discount, right? A punch card, something. But that hasn't been happening. We've been raked over the coals, and like to the tune of 10x the price that other countries are paying. So the Trump administration made agreements with 5 of these pharmaceutical companies: Eli Lilly, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, EMD, Serrano, and Novo Nordisk. So it's not every drug is discounted, just the ones that those manufacturers provide. And the thing is, this website is not selling drugs, but you go onto the website, and how you can use it is you can look in the search bar. You can search your drug name if you have a specific drug you're taking and you need a discount for it. Or if you have a condition, you can put in like high blood pressure or diabetes or infertility. Right now, I think they said in the press conference yesterday that there's only like 40 drugs on there, and weight loss drugs are one of those. I forget which manufacturer does the Wegovy, and I forgot the other one, Ozempic. Yeah, and then there was one more. There was like 3 weight loss drugs you can get at a discounted rate. And the thing is, you can still go through your insurance provider if you get medicine through them and it's at a good discount, or it's not on this website. Keep doing the same thing you're doing. But if your drug price that you're getting through your insurance is even higher than this, you can come on this website, print out a coupon, and wherever you get your drug prescription refilled, you present this coupon. They'll take this agreed upon price through the government. And the thing is, what I really like about this is that it's not like kind of the Obamacare exchange where it's tax money subsidizing healthcare. It's tax money going into insurance companies' pockets from the taxpayer. This is actually agreements to lower the price. So it's not more of a tax burden on us for people to have lower prescription prices. This, I don't know how to explain how happy I am. This is like something I would love. And like transparency. That's what I really love. Is I love seeing transparent prices, knowing ahead of time if I want this drug, a month's supply of this dosing, it looks like it's going to cost me $150. So great news for everybody, you guys. Get on there and poke around. Maybe I was thinking, well, maybe I'll take some weight loss drugs if they're this cheap. Just kidding. I'm scared. I'm a big scaredy cat for those weight loss drugs. I wish I could take them, but I'm super sensitive just to things. But biologically, or my biology is just sensitive to things. So I try not to put too much into my body. So let's see. They have some examples here. So the monthly prices of Ozempic and injectable Wegovy will fall from $1,028 and $1,349 to an average price of $350, and in some cases it's as low as $199. I did look that up. I believe it was the injectable Wegovy, or maybe it was the Ozempic. One of them, the price is $199 for the first 2 months, and then it goes up to $350. But that's a huge drop in price for those people who need this for their health, to get off their breathing machines, to get off their diabetes medication, to make their heart more healthy. A lot of people are taking these in weight loss injections and taking control of their health. And again, like, I don't know if those specific ones are ever covered by insurance. Maybe it is if you have diabetes or something, that an actual condition. So I don't know if maybe you're already getting a discount if you're using those medicines through your insurance. But if it's not $199 when you're getting your refills, print this coupon out and take it with you. I think that's a great idea. Oh my gosh, it's just like mind blowing. I'm so happy this happened. Also, people who are infertile and trying to have a baby, there's this medicine called Gonal F. It's one of the most commonly used fertility drug, and its price was reduced as low as $168 per pen, depending on the dosing strength. There's another one called Cetrotide, and it's a fertility medicine that goes from $316 down to $22. So Oh my goodness, you guys. I hope everyone's clapping to themselves like this is great. And like I said, I'm not happy that the United States is the most hugest consumer of medications, but there's a lot of very useful medications out there. Oh, one of the big things on here I feel is they can get down insulin to like $25 a month. And that is life-saving medication. Amazing. So I wanted to do the little history of it real quick before we move on to our next thing. So it was in May last year that Trump signed an executive order titled Delivering Most Favored Nation Prescription Drug Pricing to American Patients, that directed the administration to take action to bring drug prices in line with those prices paid by other nations. Not by like third world nations, but other similar, on you know, first world countries like we are. We're not trying to gouge the poor. Be like, we're not paying anything. The poorest country should pay the most, but equal playing field. Let's level the drug prices with us. So then in July, President Trump sent letters to pharmaceutical manufacturers outlining the steps they must take to bring down the prices of prescription drugs in the United States to match the lowest price offered in other developed nations. Then, since September, President Trump announced 16 deals with pharmaceutical manufacturers to bring prices in line with what other nations are paying. And it's going to provide substantial price relief on numerous products. Then in December, the Office of the United States Trade Representative, the Department of Commerce, and the Department of Health and Human Services announced an agreement with the United Kingdom that they will actually increase their prices to ensure they're paying their fair share. That's actually interesting too. I didn't think of that angle of it. Yeah. I mean, we don't want to bankrupt these pharmaceutical companies, these poor little pharmaceutical companies that don't make billions of dollars a year on each medication that they put on the child's vaccine schedule. Let's see. Then in January, Trump called on Congress to enact the Great Healthcare Plan, which would lower drug prices by codifying the savings from the Most Favored Nation pricing initiative, lower insurance premiums, hold insurance companies accountable, and maximize price transparency. That's what I would love. I would love price transparency. I would like them to stick to the price they quote me for a procedure or medicine. Great, good news. Well, the other thing I wanted to talk about is during the press briefing yesterday, Caroline Leavitt, she was talking about the crime statistics. The FBI said it's the lowest number of homicides in our country in 125 years, and they only started recording these statistics 125 years ago. So it could be lowest in history. We don't know in the history of our country, but yeah, great accomplishment. Let's see. The FBI increased its violent crime arrests by 100% in 2025 compared to the prior year. It also conducted more than 67,000 arrests since the inauguration. We just passed January 20th. So a little over a year. The FBI disrupted 1,800 gangs in criminal enterprises, which is a 210% increase from the prior year. So that's, say there was 100 things going on, and so then they disrupted 300 in one, or 100 the year before, disruptions 300. So it's 210% increase. The FBI arrested 1,700 child predators, and more than 300 human traffickers across the country. Of course, all this is going to make a huge dent in that number, that historic drop in homicides. Since President Trump took office, six of the FBI's top 10 most wanted fugitives have been captured right in the nation's capital, right in DC, is what it sounds like. My goodness. And in DC, the police force was nationalized, and hundreds of federal agents and National Guard members went to the nation's capital. Trump administration touted the takeover as a success, pointing to more than 2,000 arrests and a drastic reduction in crime. I have a little bit of a story, but there's so many more, like statistics of just in different states where the White House has deployed the National Guard, just amazing reductions in crime and assaults and robberies. But I wanted to say, last year I was in DC like the week before he deployed the National Guard, and I was there by myself walking around. And I mean, I felt pretty safe, but I did know to keep my head on a swivel, and I didn't go out at night. And, you know, I stayed at the touristy areas where there's more people and there's security guards. There was police cars everywhere, like every block. It seemed like there was a police car. So I didn't feel too unsafe, although there was something, police were called to my hotel in the lobby. There was a huge disturbance. I saw like shotgun shells in the street, things like that, just crazy stuff. Then I went on a cruise, and I was talking to someone on the cruise, and this man, I guess, lives near DC. He said he lived in DC, but then he said, I am just mad, and I don't think Trump's doing it right, and there's checkpoints, and it's really inconvenient to go in the city because you have to go through a checkpoint, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, that's inconvenient. But I'm like, there's been no deaths in the last 2 weeks. I'm like, can't you just be happy for that? Is it possible just to say, yeah, we don't like how he's doing it, but look at the numbers. Look at these lives saved. And he didn't have anything to respond to that. He was just trying to poo-poo the National Guard being there and them trying to secure the city against crime and death. So I did want to go just through a couple more of these stats. Yes, 50. So in DC, homicides are down 62%, motor vehicle theft 53%. In 2025, they had the fewest violent gun crimes of any year available in our nation's capital. So for the data available, like I said, I believe they started recording these crimes and crime stats 125 years ago in 1900, and it beat all 125 years of data. The drop in crime is the greatest drop in crime ever. Let's see, in Memphis, Tennessee, the mayor said there have been 5,600 arrests made. This wasn't over the course of a year. I can't remember when they went into Memphis, maybe a couple months ago. Aggravated assaults are down 53%. Sexual assaults are down 53%. Robberies down 70%. And that's just in one city. You guys, it's great. Let's celebrate. If anything I talked about today sparked a thought, go ahead and leave a comment. Subscribe so you get more information. Every single day is a chance to learn more. Keep growing and become more of the wonderful person you are. The world is better with your light in it. And I'll be here tomorrow. But until then, you have a beautiful day. You're the Lord's precious ones. Bye!